This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today I'm coming to y'all with a special thing. I think sometime this week I'm gonna do a comment show, but today I'm just going to talk about something because it needs to be talked about because of the fact that there's so much excitement with Jayden Daniels and what's going on with him and the things he's accomplishing at such a young point in his career and the excitement and the buzz around him. But I'm here to tell y'all that understand this. For all the excitement, all the buzz, everything that's going on with him right now, he still hasn't reached the summit just yet. Understand that we're talking about a young guy who's breaking rookie records or has accomplished rookie type of things that most times you don't expect from a rookie. And think about this. Just last year, C.J. Stroud did fantastic stuff last year. And here we are this year as a Commanders fan and as our team is sitting here experiencing the same euphoria that the Houston Texans was experiencing last year with their rookie quarterback. And to see our rookie quarterback sit up here and just be undoubtedly good. Like, think about that. Like, just the understanding of what we have here now. You know, and I don't want to sit here and be, you know, like, I don't want to be the person that's like overly supportive. I have to be down the middle. But we can't deny what we're seeing. You know, and I some of my commenters, you know, Bowie Banks, Bowie Banks, Lamont, you know, a lot of people, they were still talking about how they were kind of, you know, they were still on the edge. They were still kind of worried about, you know, really getting excited because everything right now seems too good to be true, right? You know, even my man Said Moore. Normally Said is talkative, but Said is very quiet all of a sudden. You know, Said is very, very quiet. And it's like, you know, and I can understand. It hasn't been great here when it's come to the quarterback carousel that we've had. We've had guys here that we really did honestly believe in. You know, Patrick Ramsey, who didn't think that there was a chance that he could actually produce. Jason Campbell, you know, we thought something was there. Tony Banks, when Tony Banks came here from St. Louis, I mean, we thought that there was something there. You know, some people thought Carson Wentz, Ryan Fitzpatrick, you know, I mean, we've had guys, Jeff George, you know, we've had guys that have come here and the excitement for that particular guy was overwhelmingly acceptable. But then all of a sudden, once that guy doesn't work out, then it's like, here we are again at the drawing board. I tell people all the time, when I got onto the quarterback carousel, you're talking about this is at the time they draft Heath Shuler. You know, when everybody in D.C. wanted Charlie Ward. I remember that. You know, and what I'm ultimately trying to tell everybody is that it's okay to be excited. It's okay to feel the euphoria that you're feeling. Because right now, it's like we've gone through, like, understand the new era is here. And we don't have to deal with that 20-something year stint that was brought on by a owner who was too busy being a fan and being celebrated for being an NFL owner and doing his little dirty stuff behind the scenes and not thinking about what it is to be successful. And now we're in a situation where we have an owner who's just as excited but understands he needed to put the right people in place for this to even be something, right? And having this level of excitement, this level of energy, this level of hope, it's a different type of feeling. It's a different type of feeling. It's a different thing. Like Dan Quinn isn't saying anything that makes even myself sit up there and rethink what he's saying. I remember when they were on the coaching search, and I told y'all before Dan Quinn was even announced to be hired, I said, hey, look, y'all, to be quite honest, Dan Quinn might be the best guy for the job. He's gone through this type of process before. But beyond that, now everybody sees what I've been talking about for so long here, about the fact of coaching makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Coaching truly does make a difference. It makes a whole hell of a lot difference, because now you're seeing a team that, in all honesty, in the past would have lost all these games that we are currently winning. Not only would we have lost to Tampa Bay, we would have been on a 0-5 losing streak. And we know this. But guess what? We're not that team anymore. We're not in that era anymore. We're now in the new era where things are actually going right for once. And unlike everybody else, I'm not the type of person that's just going to be like, even though it's going right, let me tell you something that's negative real quick. Nah. And another thing I need to say is, just because you hear honesty, that doesn't mean that it's actually negative. Sometimes you can have somebody say something that is just trying to inform you. And that doesn't mean that that person is being negative. They're just trying to inform you. And again, like I said, currently right now, we're feeling a euphoria that we haven't felt in a very long time. RG3 made us feel euphoric. That 2012 season, I'm talking about when we went on that run, that was amazing for us. And we haven't felt that since then. But now we're feeling it now. And understand, we still haven't seen the best of him yet. We still have not seen the best of Jayden Daniels yet. And some of y'all are like, John, we saw the Cincinnati game. No. We still haven't seen the best of him yet. Do y'all understand that he still has not yet passed for 300 yards yet? That's coming. Like, we can see that coming. Him passing for 300 yards in a game, that is coming, and we know it's coming this year. He still has not done that yet. He still has not thrown 3 touchdowns in a game. We know that's coming. He still hasn't rushed for 100 yards in a game. We know that's coming. And understand this. We feel the way that we do, and he still hasn't hit those particular milestones. So imagine when he does hit them. And understand, he's still learning not only the system, but the way the NFL works. Wait until y'all see what happens when he finally figures it out. And for most rookie guys, they normally figure it out right about game 6 or 7. That's when all the pieces that they learned early in training camp and rookie training camp and OTAs, that's when all that stuff starts to make all the sense in the world right around game 6 or 7. And understand, game 6 or 7 is coming up very soon. Very soon. And like I said, he hasn't hit milestones. He hasn't thrown for 300 yards in a game. There's no way that none of us believe he's not about to do that. He hasn't rushed for over 100 yards in a game. In the Tampa Bay game, he had 88. In the Cleveland game, he had 82. We know that's coming. He hasn't had a game where he's thrown 3 touchdowns. I think he only threw 2 in Arizona. But understand that we know that 3 touchdowns in a game is coming. So understand that when you sit up there and you don't want to be excited, and you got this thing of where it's like we've seen this before, and this may not be the thing. It may not happen. I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to jinx it. Things like that. Like, you don't have to think that way. You really don't. Because for once we actually got a guy that we can actually believe in. And like I said, understand, from here on out, y'all need to see what's going to happen. Because understand this, when he starts hitting those milestones, everybody's going to be blown away. Like I said, his first 300-yard passing game, that's going to be a huge milestone for everybody. His first game where he throws 3 touchdowns in the game, that's going to be a huge milestone. Put it like this, he'll more than likely exceed those milestones, and then it's going to be even more euphoria because he has exceeded those milestones. See, instead of him throwing for 300 yards in the game, he's going to more than likely throw for 325 or 360 or something like that. Instead of him having 3 touchdowns in a game, he more than likely is going to probably throw 4. Instead of just having 100 yards rushing in a game, he might have 120. That's what I'm talking about, people. All the excitement you are feeling, all the energy you're feeling, all the belief you have in this young guy, and understand he still hasn't hit the summit yet. He still hasn't gotten to the summit yet. And if we're seeing everything we're seeing right now, and he hasn't hit the summit yet, when he hits that summit, there is going to be nobody that's going to be able to tell us anything. We're all going to be like Kanye. We're all, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And understand this, if they do well in Baltimore, you ain't gonna tell a Washington fan not a thing. Not a thing. Because they aren't going to hear nothing. They aren't going to see nothing. They aren't going to believe nothing if it doesn't involve our superstar Jayden Daniels. And like I said, y'all, think about this. Just think about what is going to happen as the season goes along. 300 yards passing in the game. Still hasn't hit that yet. Understand, he will hit that this year. 3 touchdowns in a game. He will hit that this year. 100 yards rushing in a game. He will hit that this year. So understand this. If we're already feeling the way that we do about Jayden Daniels, when he hits those milestones, it's going to be all Kanye time. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Like I said, y'all, I mean, it's okay to feel euphoric. It's okay to feel good about what's happening. For once, it's happening to us. We saw how Cleveland's back on that quarterback trail again. After thinking that they were going to be off it for a minute, they're back on it. You know, we're seeing other teams and their quarterback struggle. Miami lost Tua, And we see now that Tua, we're not certain what Tua's going to be. After this is like what his second major concussion while in the NFL. Yeah, we got us one. And we should be happy about having one. We shouldn't feel a fear. We shouldn't feel an anxiety about what could happen, what may happen. Because guess what? We got milestones that we know for a fact he's going to hit. And like I said, once he hits those milestones, there are going to be things that people are not going to be able to say. And people are going to have to be there to sit up there and see this happen. Like I said, y'all, we got us one. And he hasn't even gotten to the summit yet. But he will. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Are y'all excited? Are y'all feeling the euphoria of what is going on? We now understand what the people in Houston felt last year. They felt that last year. What we're feeling now, the fans of Houston felt that last year. And I'm actually going to have a fan of the Houston Texans actually come on to the show with me, because I want him to tell us his experience and what they felt when they dealt with CJ Stroud. Like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think. How do y'all feel about it? Well, did y'all know about the milestones that he hasn't hit yet that we all see he's going to hit in this season? Y'all tell me what y'all think. How are y'all feeling? Let me get the gauge. How are y'all feeling? How excited are y'all? How euphoric are y'all feeling? How many of y'all are having anxiety right now? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.